Hello, my name is Erin Ferguson, and I am one of the lecturers on the Anti-SLAPP course. And now you might be asking yourself, what exactly is it that I'm going to learn on this course? Well, the course is divided into 6 broad topics. And the first topic looks at how to define and how to identify a SLAPP. It's going to look at different ways that SLAPPs have been defined in different contexts and consider some of the key characteristics of what makes a SLAPP a SLAPP. And this is, of course, a very important, very fundamental issue for a number of reasons, one of which, of course, is that legal practitioners need to be able to identify what a SLAPP is so that they can ensure that they uphold their ethical obligations to avoid engaging in abusive litigation. And the second lecture then examines the human rights implications of SLAPPs. So for example, this will look at how SLAPPs can interfere with the right to freedom of expression or the right to public protest. And then the third lecture is going to look very closely at the European Union Anti-SLAPP Directive and the Council of Europe recommendation on countering the use of SLAPPs. And so these are two very recent legal developments in Europe that were designed to stop SLAPPs. And members of the Anti-SLAPP Research Hub, who will be teaching you on this course, have been very much involved in the development of these legal instruments. So you're going to gain insight not into only what these legal instruments are, but also gain insight into how they came to be. And then the fourth lecture is going to look at the development of anti-SLAPP laws, specifically within the United Kingdom, or the lack of development at the moment, because at the moment there is no dedicated anti-SLAPP law anywhere within the United Kingdom. There have been discussions by the UK government, by the Scottish government, to look at introducing legislation, and members of the Anti-SLAPP Hub have been involved in some of those discussions and are involved in drafting a model law for Scotland. But at the moment, no legislation is in place. But we'll look at, why that is, what a model law or what a good anti-SLAPP law would look like. And we'll also look at some non-legislative measures that can be taken to address SLAPPs. So, for example, ethical codes of conduct for legal practitioners to follow. And then the fifth lecture is going to look at the transnational dimension of SLAPPs. And that's very important because SLAPP suits are not always confined to a specific jurisdictions. So they might be brought in by somebody living in country A against somebody living in country B. And SLAPP cases with transnational or cross-border dimensions, they need legal responses that domestic national laws are not always equipped to deal with. And so this lecture will look at the challenges that are posed as well as some of the possible solutions. And then finally, I'll be covering the sixth topic, and that is transparency and the right to know. And so I'll be looking at the ways that SLAPPs can interfere with public access to information. So for example, a SLAPP claim against a journalist, it obviously hurts the journalist, but it can also hurt the wider society because if the SLAPP claim results in the non-publication of a story, then that restricts public access to information, information that would be in the public interest. And so we'll look at some of the challenges that arise from the use of SLAPPs in this context, and we'll also look at whether or not freedom of information legislation can be used as a tool to protect against SLAPPs. So as you can see, we've got a wide variety of topics. We're looking very much forward to meeting you and to sharing our experiences with you.